I like to make films that are documents of things. They're not journalistic, retrospective films. Even the film I made with Slavoj Žižek is a document of his thinking. So in this sense, you know, when you make a film, you have to make a decision, meaning a separation, a cut, to say this is the framework of what I'm going to tackle. And you know, he's a visual artist, and when he does use words, he even undermines the potential meaning of the words that he uses. He'll take a title of a film and he'll reuse the same title on many different pieces. So he pulls away meaning and he throws it open in ways that are quite ambiguous. And he's even been, you know, in art historical, you know, papers, and people have written about what they call this, you know, undecidability of how to read what his intention is.
Maintenant, allez derrière et secouez fort, une fois fort.
Things happen very fast there. As you can see, he works very quickly. It's very impulsive, even compulsive. So, you know, suddenly, you know, with my camera, I never knew what was going to happen. And that's part of the excitement of making documentary, is that you just don't even know. Even if you're in a relatively controlled environment, like this, you're not in the public and streets, it's not a war zone, you know. Well, it kind of is a sort of post-apocalyptic war zone, really. But yes, I had to respond very fast to things as they were happening. And I had, when I first went there, you know, Anselm showed me this landscape and he thought just to make a document of the landscape. And then I said, well, actually, it'd be wonderful to film you working here. And that took a little bit more persuasion because that wasn't what he had intended. But then once this idea was being discussed, he then got quite excited about aspects of his process that people wouldn't have known about, wouldn't see, but through filming them, you could sort of see another side of his work, really.
Alain, c'est parti vers ici. C'est parti est. Alain, comme ça. Comme ça.
Sie hatten gerade erzählt, dass bei Ihnen alles aus der Bibel kommt. Und
Nicht, aber das mit den Türmen kommt von der Bibel, weil ich war immer fasziniert seit Jahrzehnten von Lilith, die in verlassenen Ruinen lebt. Und das ist eine wunderbare Vorstellung, eine Frau, die in verlassenen Ruinen lebt und da ihren Werken nachgeht. Es heißt in der Bibel immer wieder, es wird ein Trümmerhaufen sein. Ne? Gras wird wachsen über euren Städten. Das fand ich fantastisch immer.
But of course, the thing that's brilliant about filmmaking that I find fascinating is space, cinematic space. So to be confronted with this extraordinary landscape, some of it underground, some of it, you know, hidden in strange greenhouses in woods. It was a sort of spatial rendering challenge that I thought, and I said to Kiefer, you know, we need to have a crane, we need to have rails, we need all the sort of, you know, the tools of cinema that can help us to make a document of this space, of this place. I had decided that I would make a variation in the grammar of the film, the language of the film rather. There would be a traveling camera that would make this navigation of the space that had been created already. And this would be a kind of out-of-time eye, sort of cinematic eye, without people in it. And the other layer of the film is the process work. And in fact, that decision to build the film in two different layers came from having filmed him the first couple of days and then shown him some footage and him saying, yeah, the framing is nice, but can you take the people out? Can you just get all the people out? Can't you do that with film? And I said, well, you can, but you know, it's a really, you know, if you're going to, you should really like just film without people in. But the point about the story is that I realized that he saw this world as unpeopled. So that was why my decision to film it without anybody in it and to make a contrast with the presence and the present tenseness of the process as a juxtaposition to a sort of out of time quality to the other layer of the film.